Freemasons believe that they are of the Enlightenment, and they practice a new philosophy called theism. What makes theism different is that it's an Enlightenment philosophy. So the idea is that God did create the world, the universe. That's why we are here. But then God left. And now, because of free will, free choice, we can do whatever we want. And our mission is basically to achieve godhood through science, through open debate, through rational thinking. And what are the signs of godhood? How do we know that we can become God? We're able to do three things, okay? The first thing is to warp reality, to basically manipulate the essence of matter. And we've been able to do that because of something called the nuclear bomb, right? So we've achieved that. So in other words, the nuclear bomb was a Freemason project to achieve godhood. But not only that, after they achieved the nuclear bomb, they had to use it to show that they are God, right? Because as we discussed before, at the end of World War II, the Americans were firebombing Japan. The war was over. They didn't have to drop the bomb, but they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That's number one. Number two is they need to kill a king to show that they are God. Because the king is divinity, right? God gives birth to kings, only gods can kill a king. And who did they kill? JFK. Okay, again, this is conspiracy theory, okay? And the third thing, which a God does, is create life, okay? And this is something that they haven't done yet. But we can imagine what this is. This is AI. So these are the three missions of the Freemasons, and they've achieved the first two. They've warped reality by creating a nuclear bomb. They've killed a king, JFK. And the third thing they want to do is create life, which is AI, okay? In fact, we can also guess where this AI will take place. Why? Because let's look at a map. This is the equator. 33 degrees north of the equator are four places. Now, 33 degrees is very important in Freemasonry. There are 33 degrees Freemasonry. It's a very sacred number, right? So 33 degrees north of the equator, you have four places. The first place is Trinity Site, New Mexico in America, which is where they tested the atomic bomb, okay? You go over across the Pacific to Japan. 33 degrees north is Hiroshima and Nagasaki. 33 degrees north in America is Dallas, Texas, where they killed JFK. So the last mission of Freemasons to achieve their vision for the world is creating AI, right? Now the question is, where would they do it? And the answer is 33 degrees north of the equator, right? And where's that? Jerusalem. So this is the end game, guys. The Freemasons will create artificial intelligence in Jerusalem. And this will become the world government. Again, this is just a conspiracy theory. Don't believe this. This is just for fun, okay? But if it happens like this, then that's interesting, okay? But that is the grand plan, to create a world government in Jerusalem. And what's the center of this world government? Solomon's Temple. Because the Freemasons believe that their founder was the one who created Solomon's Temple. So by recreating Solomon's Temple, you close the circle, okay? So again, this is very complicated. I don't want to get too many things wrong, but this is a general gist of it. And so what we can see is that all roads lead to Jerusalem. Now, that is the case, okay? Then this helps us to understand certain things about the world that otherwise don't make any sense. All right, so let's go over them. The first thing that doesn't make any sense is America's war on terror. Yes, I understand that America was attacked on 9/11. I understand that. But why did they have to go attack Libya and Iraq and all these other places that have nothing to do with Al-Qaeda, okay? And the answer is they're trying.
Shalom, shalom. All praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha, Kwadash, and the Bahana Zelda, and the apostles of the Timison who do well. A peace, blessing, and salutation to you, Akim, who are pushing this truth to the four winds of the heavenly, and being at the forefront of this spiritual war, to make sure Jerusalem is established as a praise here on again, as in the days of old. So I was listening to what we call game theory. You game theory certain scenarios. You brainstorm them to get the most probable answer, and that's what you call a theism. You have the synthesis and the antithesis. You get the theism. See, and in this video, this is the Prof. Zhang, not Zhang, it's Zhang. You see, he been going in, man, exposing Esau, man. And he made a point that all road lead to Jerusalem, man. And we've been saying this starting with the elders, as the apostles, as the brothers on down over here in GMS, and we have been called that we are nuts. That is the head camp of GMS is Alex John. But every conspiracy theory is coming to pass, man. We've been saying that the elite wanna create what they call the greater Israel, man. That's why he gonna explain it. The map. He is gonna go into the map of Israel. The Israeli, the small heart. It has a white color and a two blue line on both end. Here it is. You see the blue end. Those two blue end. When you go to geography, when you study geography, the color blue, it represents body of water. So Professor Jiang, he was going to these two colors, they represent the river Euphrates and the Nile River, man. It goes into the greater Israel, man. That which was promised to Abraham, man. The reason why the state of Israel was created to begin with, it was first and foremost, it was to act like a buffer over there in the Middle East, man, because they need that land in order to establish the new world order. Remember, Esau fancy himself as a god. You see? Here Professor Jiang said, let me see, he said, the divine machine, man's quest for self-deification. So it's like saying Esau wanna be a deity. And at the beginning of this video, he said that, of course, in Freemasons, they believe in God. If we want to be a Freemason, if we know anything about Freemason, you first should have a faith. If you are an atheist, atheists are not allowed in Freemason, as far as I understand. These people, they tell you that they are atheists, they are selling you a lie. Actually, these Freemasons, man, they believe, they're big believers in the Moshe Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. They're just selling you a lie. They're selling you all of these theories to put the Moshiach out of the equation of creation, but they themselves, they believe in the Moshiach. First and foremost, they believe in the Moshiach, that he created the heaven and earth and everything which he filled it. But then I am talking about the lesser luminary, because even what Professor Jiang is talking about, this is what, a Freemason, when let me get let me get something. The pyramid. Let me. The pyramid, when you go to Freemasonry, let me get this. You see. So at the very bottom here, you have you and me. As you go up to the top, where this eye is, that's where the elite are. The elite believe to be enlightened. That's why you see the all seeing eye, but there is a link to this. The lesser illuminary, like your mayor, your governor, your celebrity, your entertainer, whoever you see on the politics, you see on the financial world, on your geoeconomy, geopolitics, every player, including Putin, Xi Jinping, even the Ayatollah, man. You see? That's why you have Baphomet statue in Iran. How did this Baphomet statue get in Iran? Because you have prayer, you have syndicate. In every country, you have syndicate of the New World Order. Don't let people tell you that North Korea does not have a central bank, so the Rothschild don't learn it. No, man. You see, North Korea was created by China, mainly China and Russia. And China is the biggest candidate to the New World Order. So Professor Zhang, what he was saying, like the elite believe in the Moshiach and they believe in free will, that the Moshiach created everything and he left everything into mankind. Basically, he was going to, we decide our future. The stronger prey on the weak. You see? So, like, he was going into manifest destiny, man. You see? You create and shape your destiny because there is free will and all of this nonsense. This is for the lesser illuminary, as you see in the pyramid. You have the lesser illuminary closer to the all-seeing eye. But the elite, they believe different, man. The elite, they don't believe in free will, man. They understand the Moshiach control everything. But somehow they think they can outsmart the Moshiach by creating this what you call surveillance state. Professor Zhang, when he was going to all of this tech a company moving, they have a plan to move over there into Israel. That's why you have the Gaza project. I have done a video on the Gaza project. They want to build a resort there. It will be more than in Dubai, they say. See? So they want to move over there in the Middle East. All of this tech, a giant in tech billions, they want to move into the Middle East. They want to build the biggest database over there so that they can control every angle here on the planet Earth, every place over here in the planet Earth. And in order to do that, they wanna bring what you call the Pax Judaica. And now we are in Pax Americana. And how will Pax Judaica be created? Through cows, man. And Professor Zhang, he gonna explain why the war on terror have to happen, and why September 11, which brought the war on terror, and the reason behind the creation of America. The elite, they created America for the single purpose of building Pax Judaica and establishing the greater Israel. That's why you see when you go to that general, the general Pentagon, I think his name was he was Wesley Clark, if I'm not mistaken, who said that in 5 years we're gonna topple. I think it was 6 countries, if I'm not mistaken, but you remember what I'm saying. So all of these countries are over there in the Middle East, and right now among those countries, the only remaining one is Iran, because Iran is a major power over there in the Middle East, which threatened this greater Israel project, man, and the elite having free reign over there in the Middle East. So they want to bring, by all costs, they want to bring this war to destabilize the Middle East and to set, not just the Middle East, to set the whole entire Asia ablaze, man, so that they can emerge as the saviors, man, through this gigantic surveillance state they are creating, man, and the multi-B, and there's a rationing of resources, man, and everything. So with that, let me get a scripture. This is Isaiah 47:12, standing now with the enchantment. See, let me see. And which is a multitude of thy sorcery, wherein Zohe is labored from thy youth. And it will so be that thou be able to profit, if so be thou may prevail. Thou art willing the multitude of thy counsel, man, going to this different think tank. I see game theory, man. You see, people just sit in a room, they're game theory. You see, brainstorming this different idea, man. So some of them, they take this different drug to tap into the spirit world, man. They bring in the priest on the left hand side. See, they game theory, man. They do certain rituals, man. And she let now the astrologer, the stargazer, the master prognosticator stand up when they save thee from these things that shall come upon you. So what I'm trying to say, what Professor Zhang is talking here, this is a level of understanding this lesser illuminary have, the like of Trump. Trump does not know what the elite know. See? You better believe that. This president are just puppet, man. See? They don't understand what's going on. See? They haven't been briefed on what the elite knew. I'm talking about the super elite, man. See? They haven't been briefed. All of this general and this military, the Putin, Xi Jinping, even Netanyahu, man. Netanyahu have been not briefed by the elite of what really they wanna. He kind of know, but he doesn't understand what they know concerning the Moshiach. Because the elite, the top wicked elite, they know this is a mission impossible, man. They ain't gonna win, but they are trying their chance, man, because the Moshiach have put in their mind to do so. You see? That's how scary the Moshiach is, man. You see?
With Al Qaeda, okay? And the answer is they're trying to create something called the Greater Israel Project. They're trying to have Israel become Pax Judaica, the grand power in the Middle East, because that's important in all secret societies. Israel must become the dominant power in the Middle East, okay? So this helps us understand why the War of Terror happened the way it did. That's number one. Number two is, right now, America is threatening to attack Iran. Why would they do that? Because in order for Pax Judaica to come into being, Iran must be taken out of the equation.
So they want to take out Iran out of the equation, in which that's where the monkey and Chilele will come, man. Because we say Iran is like a hook, man. You see? Iran is like a hook. See? So the Moshiach will throw in monkey through Iran, man. And their plan will go haywire, man. You see? That's a hook for the elite. You see? So this is 2 Ezra 15 verse 28. Behold, a horrible vision is the appearance therefore from the east. Why? Because over there in the east, they want to try to establish the new world order through the Holy Land. And there is something about the Holy Land, man. You see? So you being the Holy Land, it is easy for you to rule the earth, like how King Solomon did. And Professor Jang, he gonna go into the Solomon Temple and all of that. All of that is in the left hand side, man. If you rule from the Middle East, you will be able to channel the earth, which you channel the energy which circulate into the earth, man, and it will be easier for you to rule. That's what you need to understand. You see, that's why we also will rule from the Middle East, man, because that's where really the center of civilization is, man. That's where really you can be able to function efficiently as a superpower, man. Not in the end of the world like America. You can be able to control all the arteries of the earth, all the resources, man. It is easier to do so from the Middle East, man. That's why all major power had a thing with the Middle East. Starting with all major power, man, even the Grecian Empire, the Roman Empire, they started over there in the Western Europe, they moved to the Middle East because there is something with the Middle East, man. It is spiritual. That's why the elite, they ain't gonna lose the new order from America, man. You see? America will be done with, man. The sole purpose of America was created for Israel, man. See? America was created to bring in what you call Pax Judaica. Of course, America was created for other things like being spiritual Egypt. You see? Everything which comes with America. America was created to be a stumbling block. America was created to be, you see, the narrow path, man, basically. You see? But America also was created to bring in Pax Judaica, man, which it ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen, man. You see, where the nation of the dragon of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Camania raging lash shall come as a go forth as a wind blow of the wood, and with great power they shall come, and a joint battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. So the Moshiach is gonna create, you see, let me say it like this: Iran will be a caveat, man. It will be a caveat for to like a hook. You see, to put it simple, it will be a hook. You see, Iran is a hook. The elite will be caught in limbo over there, man. They won't be able to get out.
Iran must be taken out of the equation. Iran must be destroyed. Then
Iran won't be taken out of the equation, man. See? America will be taken out of the equation. Israel and the small will be taken out of the equation. See? So the coin will be flipped through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Shai.
There'll be no challenge to the power of Pax Judaica, okay? Does that make sense? The third thing is Silicon Valley and AI. So right now you have AI, ChatGPT, which doesn't really do anything, okay? It makes cool images on your computer and helps you cheat in school. Okay, that's about it. It doesn't really do anything else. And if you don't go to school, then you're like, why am I using ChatGPT? And you're not going to pay a lot of money for it. So AI, it's a dead end. But at the same time, all around the world, everyone's spending billions, trillions of dollars on data centers, right? So everyone's putting money into AI. But then you're like, well, how do you make money off that? If you think the answer is for you to use AI, well, it's hard to make money off that. But if the answer is to create an AI surveillance state.
So the AI surveillance state really, it will have a center, and that center will be from the Middle East. You see?
That makes a lot more sense, right? So what is surveillance state? Very easy, guys. We have it in China, okay? It's digital ID and digital currency. And the idea is that everything you buy, everything you do will be tracked. And so
everything you buy, everything you do will be tracked. And that's where the more TB come. See? And I saw another video on YouTube saying what you gonna do if you ain't be able to buy yourself. What you gonna do? You will just die, man. If you don't believe in the Moshe, you will die. See, what else can you do?
You can create a profile on you. This profile will tell
you see,
the government.
They're gonna create a dossier on you, man. They will have dossier on you, man. They will have a file. They will have a file on you, man. See? The government will know everything about you. And you preppers, you prepper who are prepping on food. You think they really don't know that, man? See? They don't even need to come to you physically, man. They have trained this different algorithm and this different. I saw one video, man, from China, and you had thousands of robots doing kung fu, man. Why they were going think. See? Thousands of robots doing kung fu. The kung fu you see in movies, man. That kind of kung fu. You think that you can escape, man, from this surveillance state, man? You ain't gonna do that, man. To put it simply, your future is looking bleak if you don't repent. See?
Who you are, how you behave, what you think. Not only that, the government can also manipulate how you think, how you behave.
You see, they will be able to manipulate what you think. So this technology will be invasive. And when you go into medicine, when they say certain procedures are invasive, it means they have to cut through your body to put in certain thing. That's what a procedure which is invasive if you go into medicine. See? You see? Certain diagnostic procedure, if it is invasive, it means it have to go through, if, for example, a needle is invasive because they have to stick it into your body to put certain thing. Be it drug or anything, or to draw blood, that's invasive. So this technology, this surveillance state, it will be invasive, man. Not just your privacy, man. It will be invasive. They will be able to manipulate what you think through the MOTB. That's what is coming.
And this is, of course, called the mark of the beast. And so that's what
So Pax Judaica is the MOTB, basically, man. You see? Is the MOTB. You see?
Yes, Pax Judaica is a global AI surveillance system. It also helps us explain immigration in Europe, okay? Because the war on terror, you've sent these millions of refugees from Libya, Syria, Afghanistan, Iraq into Europe, which is causing a lot of conflict in Europe. Why would that happen? Well, for Pax Judaica to come into being, you need to destroy the world. So I'm not saying...
So Pax Judaica will be born out of the destroyed world. So the elite, they really think when World 3 happens, they will be able to control it. It will be a limited nuclear strike. That's what they think, man. These devils, man, that's what they think. They think they can just destroy any country. They believe in this, what you call safety. See, safety. Because of free will, they can do whatever they want, as long as they have the power. You see?
This is true, but I'm saying that if the goal is past Judaica, it does help us connect the dots. It helps us explain why things are happening the way they are. Also, the last thing is anti-Semitism, okay? So you may have noticed, if you're online, people don't like the Jews. And this is like out of nowhere. After October 7th, you have anti-Semitism all over the internet. Now, I have criticized Israel before, okay? But anti-Semitism is not the same thing as anti-Zionism. Zionism is a belief that Israel is a chosen people and the promised land and all that, okay? Judaism as religion, it's perfectly fine not care about the difference between anti-Zionism and...
So this should be enough, man. This should be enough. Let me get another scripture here. You see? Let me see. This is Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and as their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. That goes into all of this wickedness. Like you can call it conjure. They conjure this wickedness, man. See? This is not normal, man. Esau is a lunatic, really, man. Esau ain't right, man. Esau ain't right. Esau is an evil spirit, man. You see? This is Micah 21. Woe to them that devise iniquity and walk evil upon their bed. When the morning is light, they practice because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet feed and take them by violence. That's what they want to do over there in the Middle East, man. That land does not belong to them, man. You see? Only a Hawashai can do that now, man. Even us, we can't just... that land belongs to us. Even us, we can't just live here and go there by Middle East and say this land belongs to us. No, we can't do that. Even though that land belongs to us, man, Yahweh needed to come and set everything into place. You see? Covet feed and take them by violence in the house and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house and every man in his heritage. That's what the war to come is all about. It's all about resources. It's all about the Greater Israel project, man. It's all about land, grabbing land, destabilizing country. You see, plunging this world into chaos. That's where you get the phoenix rising from the ashes. The ashes, it was going toward your sea, man. And that phoenix, it represents this surveillance state in which it will go with a technology which will be invasive. It goes with a technology which will be put inside your body. And that's what we have been saying all along, man. So this is this. I say shalom. I hope you're edified. On to the next.